Thank you for joining us today. Would love
Yes,
to open up the conversation by hearing what your startup does. What are you guys all about?
yes, we provide turnkey solutions for Industry 4.0, especially for end-to-end value chain traceability, right from start of raw material production to the end of the finished product. So we track and trace the whole value chain and make it available to the customer's ERP so that they can manage their production lines efficiently.
Interesting, Kunal. Can you help us understand what type of sectors you are targeting? Maybe give us some examples of some projects that have done well for you guys.
Yeah, for starters, we started with the automobile industry, and we did the whole track and trace solution for one of their plants, and right from the start of the line to the end of the assembly line. After doing our first project, we did it for three more automobile companies, and then we also entered the FMCG sector, where we provided this particular solution for a shampoo manufacturing company. So currently we are into automotive as well as FMCG, but we are targeting to expand our reach to all of the sectors of the manufacturing industry.
Very interesting, Kunal. As companies grow and scale up, they of course need solutions, turnkey solutions like what you are providing. Can you tell us how do you sort of reach out to them? How do you discover that here is a problem that needs to be solved, and we would be the perfect people to solve it? I think this could also be good advice for other founders who are watching this stream.
Yes, I just try to be very more into networking events. There are a lot of events happening here in Mumbai. So I try to be a part of many of them and talk to a lot of people. So from where I come to know where there is a problem and where there is a solution needed.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting advice, Kunal. Can you also tell us, there's a lot of emergent technologies that we have all been talking about. Latest has been AI, but before that,
Yes.
we were talking about IoT, blockchain, and all of that. Tell us about some applications of these, that possibly you guys have worked on, have helped enterprises with these kind of emerging technologies.
Yes, IoT is what we do on a daily basis. So we deploy our devices on the customers' shop floors as well as their value chains, which are very interconnected using the communication protocol named as OPCUA. So that is the whole basis of IoT. Speaking further, we are also integrating AI into our solutions, but it will take some time because for industrial manufacturing industrial level, you need a lot of reliability in your solutions. So it will take a little bit of time. Uh, there is one particular technology which is emerging in this particular field. It is currently being widely used in Germany, which is the 5G communication technology. So they are making their machines work on the 5G technology when we are just using it on our phones. So that is what I look forward to integrating it in the industrial level also.
Very interesting, Kunal. Not just 5G, but can you tell us what plans you have for the next 1 or 2 years? What sort of projects do you want to get, and what can we expect from you as a company?
Yeah, we are planning to expand to our operations to all of the India in maybe in the next 2 years. And after we capture a major part of India, we are also planning to expand our operations to the US, where the manufacturing is very huge. And so that's our plan. And speaking of technicalities, we are looking to integrate, as I told you, AI into our solutions so that people can tell when their machines are going to fail and when they need to replace their machines
Right.
with the high
And
precision.
Kunal, there would be a lot of founders, a lot of folks working in enterprises who would be watching this stream, or they might watch it later. Right. What is the
Mhm.
best way for them to get in touch with you guys? And if they want to work with you, right, how would that project or that implementation look like?
Correct. See, I am very much connected over LinkedIn, so they can surely ping me up on LinkedIn, and I'll respond to them surely. Apart from that, I have a website where the phone number is mine. myself. So apart from this, I go to networking events. So if you also happen to be at a networking event, we might may meet.
Sounds good, Kunal. Before we wrap up, just one last question before we move on to the next startup. Would love to know, the startup is doing great work helping companies add value, upskill their enterprise, their technologies and everything.
Yeah.
What made you inspired to get into this sector specifically versus so many of the other options that you might have had, other problem areas that you might have seen? What made you choose this problem statement?
So, if you see the current working procedure of the manufacturing industry, uh, all of the goods are produced as per the demands uh, posted by the sales department, right? And the lag between this demand posting and adjusting their manufacturing setup is huge. So, I want to reduce this lag, you see, so that there is no overproduction, neither underproduction, so that the supply is always in conjunction with the demand and the profitability of the company maximizes. That's what inspired me to do this.
Yeah, makes sense because I think with more IoT, more analytics, AI coming in, I think you'll be able to understand all of that data better, do more predictive, analytics, and like you said,
Yeah.
help companies match that supply with the demand, right? I think people have
Yes.
been doing that, but I think with better solutions, it becomes more and more accurate. I also think,
Yes.
all of the products that we use right now, everything you get in 10 minutes or whatever, it's all a function of being able to predict demand and supply accurately.
Correct.
Um,
Correct.
but but
Correct. Correct.
coming to that, any plans of getting into the B2C side? Because it sounds like what you guys are doing is a very B2B thing. Do you think there is an
Yeah.
opportunity for similar kind of solutions for B2C products, which I would be using on a daily basis?
In my current business, if even if I had to provide a solution for a consumer product, it would be a B2B model for me because it would be a solution for a company that manufactures a B2C product. So if someone wants to integrate IoT in the product, I may give them a solution.
Okay,
So
so
as
can you
far
help
as
us? No, can you just so how would that look?
so see, let's take an example that you want to buy a car, right? So there is a car manufacturer, and they want to understand their customer data better than ever before, right? So how
Right.
would they? The most efficient way to understand this data would be to add some data collecting mechanism inside their vehicle, right? Of course, with the consent of the customer. So I would make this data collection thing, software and hardware, and sell it to the car manufacturer. And the car manufacturer in turn will sell that car to the consumer, customer.
Okay, so from the customer side, which is of course the demand side, your software is in place to help the company get data and learn from the data, but you're also working with
Correct.
the company to let them meet the supply from the other side. So from
Yeah,
both
right,
sides,
right from the start of the value to the whole end of the value, we are also developing something for disposal process, disposal stage. After the end of
okay,
life of a product, collection of data of this disposal things.
okay. Elaborate a little bit on that quickly just before we close. I mean, that sounds
That's
very
just in a thought process as of now. We are just vaguely brainstorming many ideas on a daily basis for that. So there is no what we can say a particular idea for that.
right.
So
Yeah,
it might be
but
difficult
coming
for
up
me
in
to
the
elaborate.
future. Yeah. No, sounds interesting, sounds very timely and very useful. And Kunal, thank you so much for
Yeah,
giving us your time today and being part of this. It was wonderful to hear you talk about your startup and super excited
thank
for
you.
everything you guys have got coming up. So, yeah, all the best and thank you.